Welcome to Ask the Edmonds Cop. I'm Teresa Whipple. You are looking very dapper in your uniform today. And
well, thank
I hear
you.
There's a story about that.
There is a story,
So
yes.
tell me, you're not in French blue anymore.
No French blue anymore. And actually, after hearing from several people that I should wear the uniform more on these segments, I'm like, okay, I'll wear the uniform
All
a
right,
little
so
more.
that answers that question.
Yeah. Unlike, some of the other, I know you got the Ask the Linwood Cop segment, Ask the Motley Karras Cop segment, and they're wearing polos, so
You've stepped up.
I'm trying to class it up a little bit.
Okay, all right, very good.
Yeah, we have changed, or I should say we're in the process of changing uniforms. Okay. And we've worn the same uniform for a long time, probably 40 plus years, I think, with basically the same color combination.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes necessity, forces you to change.
Right.
And we just can't really get those shirts anymore.
Okay.
There were a handful of agencies in the state that were kind of wearing, it was called French blue, that kind of light blue colored shirt, which we had for a while, and wore the dark pants. But Seattle was the last big police agency in the state that was wearing those. And when they went away from them, well, we couldn't really get them much anymore.
Right.
So we're not a big enough agency to put that much demand out there for it.
Right.
So we had to look for other options. And different vendor, and all the other agencies for the most part have all gone with the all dark navy look. And we thought, okay.
And speaking of changing things up, we are also seeing an increasing number of patrol vehicles that are SUVs and not the old Crown Victorias. Is that what you were driving in the
Crown
past?
Victorias, the Crown Vic as they're called.
Yes.
Those are going away. Also out of necessity. Ford's no longer making those.
Okay.
Shut down production line. And the reality with that is nobody in the public was buying them.
Right.
They just, and it's not profitable for a car company to make them for police. And you think about it, there's a lot of patrol cars out there, but the civilian market is just 10 times the size. So those were going away, and we had to look at options at that point in time. And we knew this, and really the Crown Victoria line shut down several years ago. We tried to be proactive in it, and we actually bought an entire new replacement fleet before they went off the market.
Okay.
And we mothballed them, and then we've been rotating them in. But now we're at the point where some of the older ones needed to be rotated out, and it bought us some time to look at some other car options. Okay. We looked at the Dodge Chargers, we looked at the Chevy Caprice and all of those, and then we realized they're just kind of small.
Yeah.
They're small cars, and if you've ever worn this and with all the stuff on and you're trying to get down into this car, which sits, just low off the ground for 12 hours a day in and out of the car, we looked at it and said, that's a lot of strain and effort on our guys. And let's look at something that maybe is a little bigger, has more room that you step out of instead of having to climb out of.
Right, which I think is the attraction for just the general public for SUVs, is they're just generally more comfortable.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So did you have to have special training for the officers on driving them, since that's different than driving a Crown Vic, right?
It is. Oh, it's a much different vehicle. You sit differently higher up in it, has a different field of view in it. The Crown Victoria, the hood on it may have been, seemed like it was 10 feet long, but you knew where it was, and you could see differently. The SUVs, they just kind of seemingly drop off, but you still have several feet in front. And we do training on that. Nobody's supposed to be driving them until they've gone through the training on it. And every year we do high-speed and emergency vehicle operations course. Okay. That's part of our yearly training and so forth. So we go up and weave around through cones and do all sorts of stuff. And we have driving instructors that do that. So yeah, we've spent a lot of time in that. But you're going to see those, whole new fleet, and that's what we're going to be getting. Yeah. So all SUVs.
All right. Well, new uniforms, new cars. It's just
it's a
new day.
Whole new department.
All
what do you know?
right. Very good. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. And we will be back again soon with another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop.